Imagine a SIM card implanted under your skin which grants you free lifetime cellular and internet connectivity. Picture yourself enter your school with just a simple wave of your hand or buy the school copy with a swipe of your hand. Human microchipping is not just a gimmick or a stratagem of RFID companies to sell their products. It is already here and fast becoming a trend. I am Kezia Brianalat and this is the future of human microchip implantation, A or nay. According to Agence France, in its 2018 article, thousands of people in Sweden get microchip implants for a new way of life. In 2015, Sweden started implanting small microchip under their skin. This allows people to enter the workplace or even book their train tickets with just a wave of their hand. First of all, what is a microchip implant? According to Pat Rabbit in her 2019 article, Are We Edging Closer to a Microchip Future? Microchip implants are passive devices involving IC, also known as integrated circuits, or RFID, also known as radio frequency identification, transponders, encapsulated in silicate glass and implanted subdermally in the body. Techopedia says that it contains a unique ID number that can be used to retrieve information contained in an external database. Richard Van Hodgson, in his 2017 article, Human Microchipping, the Benefits and Downsides, it is a RFID implant that can hold all of our information that we usually carry in our wallets. Now, how is the microchip read? How does it work? In his 2018 article entitled Microchip, the Mark of the Beast, Father Jacob Verhoeven explained that using radio waves, a computerized reader can scan a tag's unique serial number, thus access any source of shared information. Based on the 2017 article, microchip implants help employees access data. Experts worry about secrets for privacy, written by Hope Rees. RFID implants uses NFC or near field communication, which uses magnetic field to transfer data. The chips are passive because they do not have a built-in power supply and can't send signals about location-based data. The next question you might ask is, why should I or should I not allow my body be implanted with microchip? Richard Van Hodgson explains that there are benefits and downsides of implanting a microchip into our body. The benefits of human microchipping are, first is easier identification. Your ID, your credit card information, your PIP card, your driver's license, and many other sources of information that we usually carry in our purse or wallets can now be contained in a microchip, so that you'll never worry about losing your wallet again. Second is medical history will be easily accessible. It is an implanted RFID microchip that gives you a quick access to your medical history, such as what are you allergic to, what medications you take, and any other medical information that is relevant in medical emergencies, especially when a patient is unconscious. Second is, what are in the other hand, the downsides of human microchipping us are, first, it may pose a threat to our health. This may include electrical hazards, adverse tissue reactions, infections, and incompatibility with medical equipment and devices such as the MRI. Second is, it may take our freedom of choice. In order to serve the public better, the service providers need to have more access to more information, which can severely limit our freedom. Human microchipping is also a highly controversial issue. There are sectors who are fiercely against it. Thus, implanting chips in humans becomes a big privacy and religious debate. Lauren Crickmore, in her article Pastor, Microchipping Humans is Straight Out of Revelation, writes that microchipping humans is straight out of Revelation. In the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16 to 17 NIV, the Bible says that it also forced all people, great and small, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hands or on their foreheads, so that they could not buy or sell unless they had the mark, which is the name of the beast or the number of its name. According to the 2014 article, Mark of the Beast, Microchip Implants in Humans Becoming More Viable by Catholic Online, pastors believe on conjuring images of the Mark of the Beast as stated in the Book of Revelations. Lauren Kickmer also believes that this type of technology could be used by governments to abuse people's rights. Father Jacob Vilhoven.
Alright, Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, because that's where I learned this truth from, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Yahweh is the true name of the God of Israel. Yahushua is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, but his one and only true name is Yahushua. And pretty much, I came across this video on YouTube, and it just goes to show you that all these countries are down with the mark of the beast system. Whether you in China, Japan, it doesn't matter, because these other nations, they're under the influence of the so-called white man, which the so-called white race, they're the biblical Edomites, according to the Bible. And as you can see, these nations, they're down for it. Excuse me, I just, woke up not too long ago. But these other nations, they're down for it. They're down for the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip implant, according to the Bible. And everything that the apostles of Great Millstone and the brothers of Great Millstone been saying for the past couple of years now is coming to pass. As soon this mark of the beast is going to be made mandatory on the people. But it goes to show you that a lot of people that is going to take the mark of the beast, they know it's the RFID chip implant. They're going to be well aware when they take this chip, they're going to be well aware of what they're doing, because they're willingly receiving it. They're willingly going to take it, because all this information is out there that the RFID chip implant is the mark of the beast. The guy that actually, engineered and created the RFID chip implant, even he said it's the mark of the beast. So it really is no excuse. That's why the judgment is already written for the ones that's going to take the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip implant. You won't receive salvation. And really, according to Isaiah 45:17, salvation is only for the children of Israel anyway. So, let's get into this, because these other nations, that's going to be your downfall as well. This is on Revelation 17:2, with whom the kings of the earth, referring to what? The 17 heathen nations. The kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. The her fornication is talk about is America's philosophies. Westernizing everybody. Excuse me, let me drink something real quick. Because America brings its philosophies to these other nations. When they go and start proxy wars, with these other nations, they put their puppet leaders there. They have their terrorist groups there, and then they put their central bank there. Next thing you know, that's a province of America. But I'm going to read it again. This is Revelation 17:2. With whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. So these other nations, the 17 heathen nations in the Bible, they copy off of the philosophies of America. You look in Saudi Arabia, now they driving cars. The women are driving cars now. You having slut walks in the holy land of Israel. Just look at the other nations. You got these Edomites. They go to Bangkok, and you got something called lady boys over there, where there's transvestites. There's transsexuals over there. So these other nations, they following after America, being homosexuals You know, they're shaving their beard off. They're becoming Christians. And ultimately, they're going to accept the New World Order system, the Mark of the Beast system. And they're all for it. Verse 3, so he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon the scarlet-colored beast, which is America, sitting on upon the scarlet-colored beast, full of the names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns, which will represent, NATO and EU. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, because, see, what you need to understand, dealing with NATO, America controls NATO. It says, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations and the filthiness of a fornication. And that's why America is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear missiles. Part of it is for what the Edomites have done to the nation of Israel, because America is their kingdom, their empire, and the philosophies that America has spread throughout the world. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. Let me go to it. It says, and he calls of all. The he that is talking about is who? The Edomites, the central bankers, to be Pacific. It says he calls of all, meaning that the day is going to come where there's going to be a mandatory event that's going to take place on the planet Earth, worldwide. And he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark. You go into that word mark, is charagma, which it says in the printed mark. Then you go into the root word, and it's charax, which is talk about a pale stake or palisade, referring to the needle that's used to, inject the RFID chip implant into you, making it what? An imprinted mark, which is the definition of charagma. Then you go into the root word of charax, is grapho, which it tells you to delineate or form letters on a tablet, parchment, paper, or other material. So your information is going to be stored on this chip. And that's what the woman was going into in the video. So it says in their right hand or in their foreheads. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell. So the fact that you're not going to be able to buy or sell, this lets you know that paper money won't exist anymore. The dollar is going to collapse of all currencies, because they want a cashless society. They want a society where they can monitor every single individual. It says that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, which the mark of the beast is physical. It's not spiritual, it's physical. The RFID chip implant is physical. Or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom, let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. And his number is 603, which in the Greek that translate the chi-size stigma. 660 and 6. And 6 means the cut, which also goes into what? The mark of the beast being imprinted mark. This is Revelation 14 and 9. It says, this is the judgment for taking the chip. Because a lot of you people, you're going to be surprised. You probably have people out there that's under the mindset where, all men of sin can be forgiven. First of all, when you read Acts chapter 5, verses 29 through 31, the Messiah of the Bible in the New Testament, he only came to save his people and die for his people. Acts chapter 5, verse 31 is straight to the point on who he died for. He died for the children of Israel. The children of Israel today is the seed line of the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native American Indians that's scattered through the four corners of the earth. So salvation is not even for everybody. So even if you're a heathen and you don't take the mark of the beast, you're still not going to receive salvation because you're not a part of the elect. Ultimately, you got to be a part of the elect of the nation of Israel. It says, Revelation 14:9. This is the judgment for taking the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip implant. And the point that I wanted to make is you have people that will say all men in sin could be forgiven except the sin of blasphemy, which the judgment is already written. You know, the ones that take the mark of the beast, they won't be written in the book of life. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, so if you receive it anywhere in your body, you're receiving it. It's not just right hand, because you might have individuals that's kind of slow and they get in their left hand or somewhere else in their body, you're still receiving it. Verse 10, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. So you're going to get the full extent of the Lord's wrath, which is the nuclear missiles. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So that's what's going to happen to you. You'll be destroyed by the missiles. This is Revelation 16:2. And the first went and poured out his veil upon the earth. And there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image. Exactly, and the image of the beast is his system. The noisome and grievous sores talk about the thermonuclear missiles. So if you take the RFID chip implant, time is going to come where you will be destroyed by these missiles, because America is prophesied in Revelation chapter 18 to be destroyed in 1 hour by 200 million nuclear missile warheads, according to Revelation chapter 9, verses 16 through 19. But there is a group of men, women, and possibly children that are not going to take the mark of the beast. And here's the proof. Revelation 20:4, and I saw thrones, that they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua and for the word of the Most High, which is us right now, because we prophesying, right? The Hebrew Israelites that teach the correct doctrine. Not every Hebrew Israelite teach the correct doctrine. And which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. And they lived and reigned with Hamashiach 1,000 years. Because it's going to take 1,000 years for you heathen nations to build up our kingdom, because y'all will be our slaves in the kingdom of heaven. And there's plenty of scriptures to support that. Shalom.